Talk about last week here, Kelsey, the plays you had, maybe a play that you had right, maybe some plays that you had wrong, but a wild week in NFL overall, week 1.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons disappointed me. I hyped them up way too much. But Russell Wilson's unstoppable right now. And the Colts was my best pick, I thought. I'm just glad I didn't go for the Titans game. And the Raiders, I got the Raiders.
Yep.
That was a very nice pick. Yes.
Beat both of y'all on that, right?
Yeah, we went against you.
With you. We were against you. Yep, you won.
Yep, I took heat for that.
But yeah, I mean, I went 2 for 4 last week, so I don't have much to say on that one.
Now, the one pick I was happy that you lost last week was the Cowboys -3 on Sunday Night Football, because when Dallas loses, the rest of the country actually wins. So you took one for the team in that one, and you took the Cowboys. It was nice to see the Rams pull up a victory, but it is week 2, as we like to say, setting it up. Now, with week 1, a lot of crazy stuff goes on. We see coaches freeze Kelsey in the headlights saying, hey, you know what? Should I call timeout? Should I not call timeout? Should I challenge this play? Should I not? What type of running play did I just have? Or Doug Peterson of my Philadelphia Eagles saying, hey, Carson, you got sacked 37 times. Let's make it 38 times and throw another pass. Did you see anything in week 1 that was surprising to you, funny, or anything about week 1 that really stuck out to you here?
Definitely the Gostkowski incident. Missing, what did he miss, 5?
And missed it. He missed.
Am I frozen?
Maybe 12, maybe 14. No, we got you right here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. But what Mike Vrabel said at the end, comparing it to roulette, I always want to call it Russian roulette. He said it hit red 10 times. I'm going to bet on black this time.
Yeah. By the way, don't play Russian roulette. Much more dangerous game.
Double zeros came up a lot for Gostkowski there, Kyle, right?
Yes, they did.
I might need his luck when he took off a sock to make that last one.
Yeah. What?
I mean, you're talking about a kicker that's probably like Hall of Fame eligible for what he did in New England, and you come out on opening night, and we're not asking you to hit 66-yarders to win games. How about just some chip shots so we can keep it moving and get out of here with easy victories? And as we know with any kicker, you are a head case moving forward, because every time you go out, the more kicks you have, like, I just hope I make this one, and you end up missing a lot more than you have. But week 2 here is on the horizon, and we want to go over our pick 6 plays here specifically with you here. What are we looking for in week 2? Let's start off here. How about hey, tonight, Bengals-Browns. What a better way to introduce and come in with a play for week 2, right?
Right. I'm taking the under in this game.
Smart. So smart. Now, the reason why you're looking under as opposed to over, you're saying like, hey, Baker Mayfield, not so good, rookie quarterback on the road, maybe they're going to run it, not a lot of time to extra prepare. What made you think about the under tonight here, Kelsey?
Yeah, I think both of these offenses right now are really rocky. Baker has yet to connect with Odell Beckham and Joe Burrow's in his second week in the league. And we have yet to see him throw a touchdown pass. So these offenses are going to have to rely on their defense.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I think it makes sense. And again, you're talking about a rookie quarterback that's not used to being in the NFL. Well, how about being a rookie quarterback in the NFL and only getting like 3 days to cram in before your next opponent on the road? I agree with your under here. Now, I see the next game set up. So this is going to be a little litmus test here if we're going to bring you back for week 3, depending on who you pick here. And that's between the Rams and the Eagles. Go ahead.
Oh, that was bold of you to wear an Eagles shirt today.
I am, because I know where you're going here, so go ahead.
I'm leaning towards the Rams. Minus 1.5. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Donnie. I can't pick the Eagles.
It's the right pick. Now, do you worry that this is a trap, just a little bit of a trap, just because of how bad everything went against Washington? And the Eagles started out hot. They were up 17-0. Everything looked great. Then they fell apart. Is this a trap? Because I'm going Rams too. I'm right there with you. But am I getting trapped? Am I getting bamboozled, as my son would say?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, Carson Wentz got sacked 8 times. Someone tweeted Carson Wentz got sacked as bad as groceries. Like, but how are they gonna?
Must have been.
Yeah, that was my account.
How are they gonna stop Aaron Donald?
You bring up really good points because no, you're absolutely right. There's nothing that gives you excitement about saying, boy, we're going to get it together, because you know why? The best defensive lineman in the league and one of the tops that we've ever seen in the NFL is coming to crumble the interior of the Eagles offensive line. So I can't fault people looking last week and taking the Rams on this one, but some help coming on the way for my Philadelphia Eagles. I just hope it plays out. Game 3 here. Those Washington Redskins, Washington football team, Washington Burgundy, going on the road to play the Arizona Cardinals. They're favored by a touchdown. Which way are we looking at this one? 2-0 for the Redskins? Or are we going 2-0 for the Cardinals?
2-0 for the Cards.
There you go. What's the reasoning behind that? Just you don't like Washington, or you liked what you saw out of the Cardinals last week?
No, I love the Washington game. I think Ron Rivera and the Washington team, they need a new name. I think they deserve that win through and through.
How long does it take to come up with a name? Really, I'm so confused.
Let a local, preschool or kindergartners, they'll get that name real quick, and you can slap it right on the side. They could even draw the logo and slap it down on the side of their helmet.
What if you did this with a baby? What if your baby didn't have a name for 4 months? Trauma.
That's gonna be my problem. I can't make decisions to save my life.
There you go.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, but I'm high on the Cardinals here, Kelsey.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it to Cliff Kingsbury. He humbled out the defending NFC champs. Hopkins went off, scoring a career high of 14 catches for 151 yards. And then Kyler Murray, he was confident and led the rushing attack with 91. Washington will make it interesting, but definitely not interesting enough to win.
I think you're on the right path there, because also taking a look at Kyler, I thought he was sensational last week. And if you're talking about the key to the Washington Redskins is the pass rush getting home, well, there's one guy on Arizona, that being the quarterback, that can get away from that pass rush and make plays. And, a little bit better wide receiver, the Arizona Cardinals, than the Philadelphia Eagles last week, and a little bit better, obviously, on that offensive line. I liked the direction the Cardinals are going. Maybe a year ahead of time here, as me and Kyle were talking and setting up the season, but that is big boy football out west. How about this game, Sunday Night Football? Patriots and the Seahawks. Cam Newton comes to town to duel with Russell Wilson. Where are we going in this one?
Seahawks. It's a home game for them, and they've been 40-16 since 2013 at home. I'll give Cam Newton solid, but Russell Wilson is spectacular. I might have to switch the Seahawks fan base.
It's a good football team. You can't go wrong.
And I think the Seahawks have a better run game, and Jamal Adams is an animal.
They got a great secondary. Seattle's got a great secondary. I mean, they really do. And that should look. We don't see. There's not a lot of explosive plays. When you look at the Seattle Seahawks, they can get explosive because Russell Wilson is that good. When you look at Cam Newton and that offense, same thing that Tom Brady had. Where's the speed at wide receiver? Where's the big plays at tight end? Where's the running backs hitting the hole for 40 to 50 yards? You're not going to be methodical and have 16 play drives against Seattle and wind up beating them. So I like where you're going in that one. I see a little bit more points in that game because I think Russell Wilson will carry that, but I agree with your Seahawks pick. Saints and the Raiders, Monday Night Football, and we're talking in a new dome. It's going to be rocking and rolling. No, it's really not going to be rocking and rolling with nobody in there, which again, it helps the road team coming in, because now if you're looking to bet a game that's going to go over the total, it's nice when Drew Brees gets up to the line, he can go, check 42, and everybody in the stadium can hear what he's saying all the way up top because nobody's screaming on third down. Which way are we going in this game? Are we looking at points? Are we looking at the Raiders, the Saints? What do you like here?
I was going with the over, but then I locked in the Saints -5.5 last night. So leaning towards the Saints. I mean, Drew Brees is still a stud muffin, and they might not have Mike Thomas, but they have Kamara.
Whoa, Drew Brees will be watching this show, and he might be chiming in on this one here. Now, Michael Thomas not going to play in this game at wide receiver, but you have one of the best play callers in Sean Payton in the NFL. You still have Alvin Kamara. You can still use packages to mix and match. We're not high on the Las Vegas Raiders overall defense. So we'll see what takes place. Early in the week, I actually liked the New Orleans Saints, but I sort of soured off with no Michael Thomas in this one and start leaning towards the Raiders. But it is Monday Night Football. The Raiders got a win last week, feeling good at home. Also, it's good the fact that the New Orleans Saints won because they're not in that desperation mode of going to 0-2 with a must-win victory. Should be an interesting one to watch. Would have been nice if some fans were in there. Beautiful looking stadium as opposed to the one that they have out in LA. So really cool atmosphere if there was fans to be had. Let's switch it over to the last game of the day here, Kelsey. and we will see what we got. The Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Kyle said the Bills are going to hit the clubs, even though the clubs aren't open and they're not allowed to go to the clubs. So
I think they're open.
That's the angle he's playing in this game. Miami is getting points in this. Which way are we leaning here for you, Kelsey?
They're open till 10:30.
In Miami?
Yeah,
Miami doesn't shut down.
Yep.
You know? Come on.
Of course not. Not even in hurricanes.
No.
Bills. I got Bills minus 5.5. Josh Allen is a total package. And I think the only thing that the Dolphins have going for them right now is the weather. It's hot, and fourth quarters might be a struggle for the Bills, but they're gonna make it. And I'm interested to see if Tuga Violina, his last name doesn't even matter, but Tua.
The pronunciation is fine. It sounds good to me. Go ahead.
Tua's gonna. It'll be interesting to see if Tua gets a start. I mean, anything is better than Fitzpatrick right now. So.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick was bad last week. They're banged up a little bit here. And also the game plan is true. Me and Kyle, we were breaking down the games earlier. We'll do it again on Sunday, just talking about how you can make a similar offense to what you were looking at in the past week with what New England brought to the table, running the football with Josh Allen, keeping it on the ground, because you don't have those explosive plays on the outside with no Devontae Parker. So I think she's going in the right direction there, Kyle. I don't think either one of us are thinking Miami this week, right?
No, definitely not thinking Miami. I can't wait to look up and see how late the clubs are actually open in Miami. I'll be shocked if they close. But I like Buffalo. It's starting to feel like an early banker. For me, I might be locking that in early. I like Buffalo quite a bit in this game.
All right, let's have some fun. Tonight, obviously, we know we got NFL football on deck in just a couple hours. We'd like to spend the last few minutes here talking about, winding back on that Thursday night football game. I'm leaning towards the under in this one. Kelsey as well as fired on the pick six contest. It'll be interesting to see how Baker Mayfield and that offense come out, because I'm looking for the ground game to be established on both sides. If I have a young quarterback that I have on Joe Burrow on the opposite side, I want to lean on my running game on the road. If I'm looking at Baker Mayfield, I just don't want him to self-destruct in this game and still be in it late in the game. I think the Cleveland Browns do win this football game, but I do think it stays under the total. Two prop bets I have, Kyle. Mayfield's rushing over 6.5, because I don't think he wants to force the ball. I think he wants to make the right decision. If the pocket breaks down, tuck it and run for a couple yards. Get me 10 to 15 yards rushing. But if they keep an eye on this one, because if they do win the football game and he has 10 yards and we're taking knees at the end of the game, that is horrendous. Kyle knows from the DFS world. Last week I had a quarterback, Kyler Murray, rush for 100 yards, then take a loss at the end of the game because he finished with 91 yards by taking a knee. Also, Nick Chubb, same offense, over 71 and a half yards. They're going to feed him. They're going to keep it on the ground and pound. I like both of those. First, Kyle, we'll go with you, and then we'll round back here to Kelsey. What are you looking at tonight in this game? Maybe a prop bet or two.
Okay, one I'm liking. I'm getting some plus money on. I like Joe Mixon over 71.5. If you look at the two games last year against Cleveland, now again, you don't want to put all your weight on last year, but that defense had a more capable secondary, especially at this time during the year. They could play man-to-man and stack more men in the box. They can't do that this year. Joe Mixon ran the ball a combined 49 times, 308 yards in those two games, 3 touchdowns. I think a plus 100 number to get over 71.5 for Joe Mixon makes a lot of sense. And if you guys want to have some fun with me tonight, I played a plus 39,400 prop with that injured Cleveland secondary. I'm taking John Ross, 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, turn $5 into $2,600. Let's go, baby. Have some fun. How else are you supposed to have fun with the Browns and the Bengals?
Not yet. The only way to have fun tonight is actually to win some money in there. Kelsey, what are we looking at tonight, man? Round it up for us. What do we got? Maybe a side, maybe a prop bet. Go ahead.
All I took is Odell Beckham going over 61 yards. I think he's going to be targeted a lot tonight. I'm still betting the under, obviously, but he's got to be mad. Baker's got to be mad. They were all over the news. So I hope for Beckham's sake and the Browns that they'll go over 61.
10 targets in week 1, just didn't get the catches against a bad secondary. Yeah. So I think there's potential there.
Dropped a huge pass, Kyle, too, on third down earlier in that football game that really might have changed the way it was. But also, you're right, Baker Mayfield does need this game, because if he wants to still pay and get paid by Hulu, which apparently, Kyle, doesn't really have live sports.
No, they don't.
It is what it is, so they're going to need a good effort. 1-hour show here on Thursdays, one of my favorite shows to do of the week. Guys, keep in mind, both myself and Kyle are going to be back on Sunday at 12 noon Eastern time, breaking down the card right up till kickoff. So we do thank you guys for chiming in. 275 people currently watching live, 67 thumbs up, close to 68,000 people have already subscribed to sportsbookreview.com right here on YouTube and also watching out there on the Facebook world. We do thank you for tuning into the Pick Show. We'll be back on Sunday. Special guest, our Kelsey Kramer. We'll be back each and every Thursday breaking down our Pick Six plays. I'm Donnie Seymour. She's Kelsey Kramer. He's Kyle Provides. We are sportsbookreview.com. And this was your NFL Pick Show for week 2.